Hello students, let me take you through the term end project for English. This is a 20 marks essential project which will be considered for your term end, that is term 2 academic evaluation. Your 80 mark paper has been broken down into 60-20, where 60 you will be writing for a 60 marks pen and paper or electronic examination, and for 20 marks you will be working on this project. This is an active project where you will be collecting information, you will be presenting it in the video form, and then you will be evaluating your peers' work also. So let me take you through the project. Let us begin with the next slide. All right. Now, this project is going to be a video presentation project. So I'm taking you through the guidelines of this video project, but it will be in 3 stages. That is, in the first stage, you will be preparing your PowerPoint presentation. All right. The first is your preparation for a PowerPoint presentation. This is for 7 marks. Whatever work you do, your research work or your information that you collect, it will be for 7 marks. Then after you have finished your work, you may go into a Zoom room and open a meeting room, share your screen, and then present your presentation. You need not be talking, you need not be reading from the screen, but you need to present it in your own words. In the third stage, when you have submitted your video to your teacher, teacher will be uploading it. It will be on Coaching Mentor, and then you will evaluate the work of your peers. Evaluate the work of your peers means you are going to look at one good quality and give 3 suggestions to your classmates for improvement. Now, let me take you through all these steps so that you understand what is expected during each stage. The first is the PowerPoint presentation preparation. The topic is Expo 2020 Dubai UAE Sustainability Pavilions. A specific area has been given. You need to have as many as 8 slides. On slide 1, introduce yourself using your fictitious roll number. Now, if suppose if your name is Hana, you will not write Hana. You will not say Hana at all. You will be saying that I am roll number EP0023, and I will be speaking on whatever project name you have selected. So now in this, under the sustainability pavilions, there is one area, main area, one sub area. Okay, so you will be saying that I have selected this area and I'm from grade say 5A or 8A, etc. And no name or school name to be shared because nobody should identify you. Your peers will be evaluating your work, so you need not speak about your name or school at all. Otherwise, it will may lead to some biased judgment. Slide number 2. In slide number 2, you can mention the given topic. The given topic is sustainability pavilions. And then you have, so I hope students that slide 1 is fairly understood. Let me give you a model about it. For example, I am about to present give my presentation. I will say, good morning, everyone. I am Miss Hannah, and sorry, I'm not supposed to say my name. Oops, I made a mistake. Now, what do? I need to stop my recording. All right, I need to begin it all over again. I will say, good morning, everyone. I am roll number EP0023 from grade 5A, and I am going to speak on sustainability pavilions. And the subtopic that I have selected is the UAE pavilion. So you can see that the way I presented, I did not give my correct name. I just gave my fictitious roll number that was given by the teacher. I gave my correct grade and section. I did not give the name of the school at all. Now coming to slide number 2. To mention the given topic and the subtopic. Now you can see that given topic is sustainability pavilions. What about the subtopics? Where do I get these? There is a website towards the end of this presentation. I will take you to that website from where you can go and find out more information. It is expo2020dubai.com. I'll be taking you to that site. So you will be able to say your given topic. That given topic is sustainability pavilions and your subtopic, whichever you choose from there. Now the presentation needs to be in bullet points. What are bullet points? Bullet points are just either words or phrases, but not complete sentences. Why? Because when you at the end, when you're giving your presentation, you should not be reading from your slide at all. So you need to tell what is your presentation all about. So because this is one introductory slide, previous was the introduction of yourself. Now this is the introductory slide about your project. So what is your project all about? No detailed literature or copied material to be used. You will not find that information copy pasted from anywhere. If it is taken, your project will be declared null and void and you will be given awarded a 0. Slide number 3. And slide number 3, what prompted you to select the subtopic? Now, there were quite a few topics available. Why is that you selected only that particular type of pavilion? Why not something else? So, you need to justify your selection, but again in bullet points. What are bullet points? Either words or phrases, but not complete sentences. As many as 3 in number. In the next slide, you are going to share what information did you find about the selected subtopic. State in 3 to 5 bullet points, no sentences. Now, information about the particular topic is, say, for example, you have found about it on a certain website, or you wrote an email to someone, that person shared the information, or you went on the website and on the website you chatted with the chatting assistant and that assistant gave you that piece of information. You collect all that information and place it on slide number 4. On the next slide, that is slide number 5, why were other subtopics less appealing? Mention 3 to 5 bullet points. Now, there were quite a few topics. For example, there were other types of pavilions. Why were those not appealing to you? Why is that you did not like those kind of pavilions? What was the quality that made them less and this pavilion more distinguished? Next slide is slide number 6. Establish the innovative edge or the uniqueness about the selected subtopic. Now, your subtopic, you are going to talk immensely about it, but again, you need to have only bullet points on your slide. You will not have detailed sentences or paragraphs at all on your presentation. On slide number 7, you need to say thank you to the people who had helped you in giving this piece of information. If you wrote an email, mention the name of that person. If someone chatted with you, mention the name of that person. If you got help, if you went personally to some, say, happiness center inquiring in some information, write that thank you or mention the name, how that example is given over here. For example, Dr. Atiq Mohammed, innovation expert at Expo 2020. That person, and how did that person help you, through phone call or through web chat or however. So you need to have this gratitude slide. Definitely, if your parents help you, you can definitely write your parents' name and thank them. Concluding slide is summarizing all the information that you have shared in your slide, but as key features only. Now let us proceed. What do we have next? Next is the recording stage. Now your PowerPoint presentation is ready, but you need to submit it as a video project. What do I do? Video recording instructions. What do I do? First of all, change the name, your Zoom profile name, to your fictitious roll number. The fictitious roll number given to you. So, for example, for me is It is Expo EP00023. So I will change the name from Coaching Mentor to EP00023. So when I'm sharing the screen in the corner, my that roll number will be seen, my name will not be seen. If my name is seen, then it becomes null and void. Why? Because when peer evaluation is being done, your classmates may give you very favorable points. We don't want that to happen. So you need to change the profile name in your Zoom recording first. All right, and change it to the given roll number. Then change the DP. What is DP? The picture or logo that you assign. I have got a coaching mentor with the cap and my name, that coaching mentor written over there. That is my DP. So we want you to change the DP to the profile image of Expo 2020 sustainability image. Find that and change it. Then switch off your video. We do not want your video to be, your face to be seen. Why? Because underage students need not show their face. This video that you are submitting will be uploaded for your classmates to share their review or their feedback. So we don't want your face to be seen. So switch off your video. Switch on your mic. For recording, your mic is essential. So switch on your mic. Then share your screen in the Zoom and then use your PowerPoint presentation. And then you begin with your presentation and slide by slide or in the order that has been guided to you in the previous slide for all the eight slides. The now essential feature of your slide. One essential feature is that you need to ask a question and then pause and then you need to respond to that question. This is where essential where do you do this, in what slide do you do that we are leaving it to you, on which slide do you prefer this particular aspect of the presentation to be present. Then consider all the aspects of the evaluating rubric for your presentation. What rubric? Yes, I am going to share rubrics also with you. Then save your recording. Rename it with your fictitious roll number, grade and section, and then attach it to your email. And students are supposed to send this to your teacher. Your teacher's email will be shared on Microsoft Teams, and you need to share it with your teacher by the specific date given by your teacher. Let us proceed. Peer evaluation. Once you submit your videos will be uploaded on Coaching Mentor, and then you will be asked to evaluate your classmates. Your teacher will tell you how many evaluations you should do in order to score marks. The project videos of all the students will be uploaded on Coaching Mentor for peer evaluation. Use the rubric shared with you for evaluating the work of your classmates. That means rubrics. I'm going to share it in this presentation only. 1 star and 3 wishes. What's that? 1 star and 3 wishes. All right. 1 star is identify one good quality of your classmates project. So that is, you are giving 1 star to your project, classmates project. And then give 3 suggestions for improvement. So those will be 3 wishes. How will you give that? You will be using your rubrics in order to give those kind of comments. Where will you give that comment? You will give that comment on the Coaching Mentor video and in the comment box. Comment under the video and write your fictitious roll number with grade and section. Now you may ask that your email ID, your name might be seen. That is all right, but we would like to see the comment with your fictitious number because we need to give you marks for your peer evaluation also. So that is one area where when you're giving your feedback, it is all right for the name to be seen, but in your comment, you need to write your fictitious number. How do you comment under the video under the Coaching Mentor video? This is the way. You write star. There was coherence in the presentation. And then wishes. Examples could have been cited. The information could have been processed to explain deeper. Creative points could have been added and to add dimension and depth to the presentation. Who has given this remark or this peer evaluation? EP00323, 5A. This is how the peer evaluation is done. Now comes the rubric. Where are the rubrics? Now, as you have seen that the project has got 3 areas. So I have selected 3 rubrics which will help you to give the first wish, the second wish, and the third wish. So you need to select one wish from each rubric to evaluate your classmate. The first is the research one. When your classmate would have been searching and looking for information, how is that you are going to rate your classmates? I'm going to go from the highest to the lowest. Highest is this is excellent planning and research into the process. Production process means PPT preparation. Documentation of the relevant development stages is comprehensive. That means how the project has come up. It is very evaluative. It is very, very explanatory that the information was well arranged in the PowerPoint presentation. Then a little lower, this is a good planning. Now, previous was excellent. You will say good planning for research into the production, that PPT preparation. Documentation, it was mostly thorough. Previous was very comprehensive. That means all the bullet points were in place. Here, maybe 1 or 2 bullet points were there. I do not want to the students to even look at the lower level. I want you to keep the highest target in place, and the students who are working should also keep the highest target in place, and the students who are evaluating also need to keep the highest target. But in case you feel that there was hardly anything on the presentation and the student also hardly worked on the research, then you may use the lower level of evaluation. There was adequate. Adequate means insufficient planning for research into the PPT, and information was just all right, satisfactory. You want to go give even lower, then the planning and research process, there was only very little information and it was lacking all the details and parts. Then you need not go under beyond that. So for one wish, you can select any one point from here. Next is the choice of language. Now, the student who will be presenting, that person will be speaking, and you need to judge that person on language. Now, language, that means vocabulary, the choice of vocabulary, the grammar, fluency, communication, and pronunciation. And this is the lowest level. I will not read the lowest level. I will read only the highest level because all the students are the best students in the school. So I'm going to read only the highest level for you so that you rate from that level onwards. Now for vocabulary, uh, uses a variety of vocabulary and expressions. If the presentation is extraordinary, you may give this kind of a presentation. But if you are giving a wish, then you may rate one of the, this will start from here. But if you're giving a wish can be selected from this level. Uses a variety of vocabulary and expressions, but makes some errors in word choice. So error in word choice can be corrected. This is how you can give evaluation. For grammar, if it is you're giving a star, you can say uses a variety of structures with only occasional grammatical errors. So that is a star. And if you want to give it as a wish, you can say uses a variety of grammatical structures, but makes a number of errors which can be corrected. For fluency, if you want to give a star, you can say speaks smoothly with little hesitation that does not interfere with the communication. But if you want to give a wish, you can say speaks with some hesitation, but it does not usually interfere with communication, or speaks with some hesitation, which often interferes if a person says, these kind of this and pauses, unnecessary pauses, then you can select from the lower level. Communication stays on task. That means the person speaks only about the project and communicates effectively, almost always responds appropriately, and always tries to develop the interaction. That means what is interaction? I have pointed out one special quality of questioning and answering, that is interaction, because in a video you cannot have communication. So this is one, the question area you can use for this communication can be used for judging the question area in the presentation. The last is the pronunciation. The pronunciation, how the pronunciation and intonation. Intonation means rise and fall of voices. are almost always very clear and accurate. But if you feel it is not frequent problems with pronunciation and intonation, or the person mispronounced the word and stopped and fumbled in many places, then you can definitely mark the person down. Next is oral presentation. Now you have judged the person on research, you have judged the person on language. Now this all these all the categories might not be relevant, but certain things like voice clarity and delivery and subject matter, this is what you need to check. Because the person is presenting a video, so you need not have the eye contact, because I've asked them to switch off their video, and the audience are not present, so this is not relevant. So only voice clarity, delivery, and subject matter, these three areas are to be considered. And let me read the highest level: very good variation in volume and inflection, or to engage the audience and speaks fluently. And then in delivery of the speeches, it is excellent presentations using cards or other cues, or maybe some talking out of memory. If you think the person is reading, then you can mark the person down, that most of the time it appeared that the person was reading from some kind of a speech or written in the notebook. That is how the delivery was more like a reading of presentation than talking naturally to the audience. Then excellent understanding of the subject and well prepared information, able to answer questions on the topic. You can comment on whether the person has knowledge, the person has just collected the information from the website and community or just read it out. So knowledge of the person can be mentioned from this. Now these are the stars. If you want to give wishes, you may select something from here. The volume could have been better, or the presentation could have been better, or the evidences could have been better. The script the person could have felt more comfortable, or the person could have kept certain say hey uh, header points in the hand for thinking, or maybe the person could have thought about the order or the organization of talking. This is how you can say. Now, I will take you to one of the presentations or one of the websites where you can get this information. Let me take you to the website now. Now, this is the official website of Expo 2020 Dubai, UAE. The website address is expo 2020 dubai.com. When you come on this site, click on the language English, and then you can click on discover. You will be the first to experience the Expo thematic pavilion. What are these thematic pavilions? You can scroll down, you can watch this video, you can look at the information given over there, and then you can see what information is available regarding this, what kind of pavilions are available. Terra, the sustainability pavilion, it is already open. It opened on 22nd of January till the 10th of April. It remains open. And then Alif, the mobility pavilion, it is coming soon. Mission Possible, the opportunity pavilion. These are the subtopics that is available to you. You may select any one, and then you may find information and continue with regard to that. There's a lot on this page. You can click on maybe this and find more information. But this is called bullet points. If you want to select, if you want to create your own, please go ahead. If I find the same bullet point used by you, copy paste it, then you will be marked down. You will not be given marks for proper research. You can find a lot of information over here. Now, as far as coming to the other, so these are yet to open, but a lot of information regarding the architecture and those who have been working on it, it is available on the internet. You can find that information, and additional information regarding this, that question to be asked. There's information regarding frequently asked questions. You can click on that, and whom to contact regarding the information seeking, you can see this chat person available. You can click on it. You need to give your email and mobile number and then begin chatting. You can seek all the information regarding your project from this web chat and then use it in your presentation. This is how you work on your research. Language, try to construct your sentences and make sure that you practice a number of times before you go ahead and record your video. If you're fumbling, most probably you will be marked down on your project. And if you're not very confident, you will be marked down. There are 20 marks, so do not take it lightly. It will definitely fetch you easy marks for your examination. Thank you very much for your kind attention. Those students who are new on the channel, kindly subscribe to the channel and hit the notification bell so that you get the notification of my next video when I upload. And all the students are requested to click on like so that this video gets added to your liked videos. You can always refer it during your project. Thank you very much for your kind attention.